Rhythm and poetry. Rhythm and poetry. Rhythm and poetry is taking the time to paint a picture so perfectly your circuitry will certainly just sharpen your senses. Once this commences, your chakras begin to stimulate, simulating astrological flight right into the dimension of your forebrain's intentions, expanding your current perception of time and space. Rhythm and poetry. Rhythm and poetry. Rhythm and poetry is where you go to see somebody flow free and metaphysically grow a tree in the center of the cipher where we sort of be symbolizing our social reform. Rhythm and poetry. Yes, y'all, I'm talking about rap. Rap, that crap over here on the radio? Nah, not that misogynist shit talk. I'm talking about one of the main elements of hip-hop. That sound of revolution, that sound of community, that sound of finding equality between you and me. Or you and I. See, grammar was never really an issue. If you stumble upon the flow, just pick it up and continue with that smooth rhythm to hit him and get him into a state of transcendence, debating on syllabicating with an every sentence. Although it's not necessary. It's just fun the way that they roll up the tip of the tongue. It's one of the things that I found most appealing when I was young. Vulnerable and naive, I would pretty much believe any information I would receive from these false idols claiming divinity and how they run this vicinity. Really all I was seeing was an alpha overdose of masculinity from this maelstrom of mainstream males degrading the female experience in hip-hop to a music video or stage prop. See, most rappers replace compassion with this pathetic aesthetic appeal focused on fashion rather than an empathetic feel for our neighbors. And that is one of the most dangerous perspectives to keep, feeling that one shouldn't be accepted because of their physical physique, race, religion, or sexual orientation. Your judgment of Allah's creation is another indication of your ignorance. Rhythm and poetry. Rhythm and poetry is absorbing your surroundings and combining your observations in mid-flight conversations with your consciousness. Honest, this is more than just a hobby. It is the language of a lifestyle spoken by millions across the world, and I believe rhythm and poetry to date back to the beginning of existence, before language or literature. For instance, the changing of the seasons or the orbit of the moon and the planets in our solar system. Really, what is more poetic than the sound of your beating heart? Ba-boom, ba-boom. Boom, boom, bap, boom, boom, bap, boom, 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 bap, boom, boom. I believe these to be the poetic expressions of our divine creator who placed us here with our own poetry to find our own rhythm, for no two minds in this creative experience are alike. So if you ever want to go and see somebody flow free and metaphysically grow a tree, in the center of the cipher is where I'll be with my rhythm and poetry.